she said. At least your ugly face stays behind the camera where it belongs. I said, you know what? You're absolutely right. I should stay behind the camera. At my usual rate of $10,000. Her drunk giggling cut off like someone yanked the plug. Let me back up. We're at this rooftop bar for my friend Yasmin's bachelorette party. There are 12 women, most from her finance job. The drinks had been flowing since 8 p.m. By 10, they were wasted, and that's when the masks came off. Yasmin leaned over the table and said those exact words. At least your ugly face stays behind the camera where it belongs. The whole table started laughing. Can you imagine if you were actually in the wedding photos? My stomach dropped to my throat. They were all nodding and laughing like this was the funniest thing they've ever heard. Jocelyn, the maid of honor, could barely sit straight. Yasmin, are you serious? I asked, still processing what she just said about my face. Oh, stop being sensitive. It's true though. Then Jocelyn chimed in. Photography seems perfect for girls like you. Must be nice, hiding behind a camera all day instead of having a real job. I tried to steady my voice, telling myself they were just drunk. Photography is a real job, you know. I actually make good money. Oh, please, Yasmin interrupted. You take pictures. My iPhone can take pictures. The table erupted again, laughing even harder. Yasmin, I tried, voice shaking. I'm doing your wedding for free. You can at least be grateful for the gift. Gift? She snorted. Please, if you didn't offer to do it for free, you wouldn't even be invited. You think I'd actually pay for your little hobby? I had unknowingly turned into live entertainment for these women, all because I thought Yasmin and I were good friends. Then she went even further and said, I only said yes to your gift because, well, free is free. Even if the photos turn out mediocre, at least I'm not wasting money. My hands trembled. You think my work is mediocre? Yasmin rolled her eyes. Have you even seen actual high-end photographers? You're more like Instagram filter level. But hey, beggars can't be chosen. My face was probably burning up, half from embarrassment and half from literal rage. I've already done your engagement photos, I said, voice cracking. How could you say stuff like this? I spent 12 hours editing them. 12 hours? Jocelyn laughed. For what? Adding filters? My nephew could do that. Yasmin nodded. Honestly, we're doing you a favor. You get to practice on a real wedding, build your little portfolio. I felt tears burning, but I stopped myself. I wasn't going to cry in front of them. You know what? I'm done. I'm not shooting your wedding for free anymore. Yasmin burst out laughing. Oh my god, she's actually mad. What are you gonna do? Charge me? She turned to her friends, still cackling. This is hilarious. Fine. How much could it possibly be for taking some pictures? A few $100? I looked her dead in the eyes. $10,000. The laughter cut off like someone had pressed mute. Yasmin blinked. I'm sorry, what? $10,000. That's my rate for a full wedding package. The entire table went silent. Jocelyn's mouth was hanging open. You're joking, Yasmin whispered, the alcohol suddenly not seeming so strong in her system. That's for photography? For my photography, yes, Jocelyn gasped. You charged $10,000 to take pictures? Then Yasmin came to a realization. Wait, if you charge that much, that means you must be like actually good. Her face was changing, morphing from drunk confidence to dawning horror. You were going to give me $10,000 worth of work for free? Was, past tense. Oh my god, Jocelyn muttered. We just insulted someone who charges more than my monthly salary for one wedding. The reality was sinking in around the table. These drunk women were starting to realize they'd been trashing someone whose work was worth more than some of their cars. I stood up and went home, leaving all of them to deal with their shock. The next morning, after the alcohol wore off, Yasmin called me with a frantic voice. Hey, just calling to confirm that you're still doing my wedding for free. After all, last night was more of a joke. Haha. She sounded like she was just hoping I would be kind enough to forgive her, but she was wrong. Nope. Either you pay me my full price or I'm not doing it. But you offered to do it for free. You offered. Her voice was getting higher, but I stayed calm. I offered because I thought we were friends. Stupid me, right? Wait, Yasmin's voice cracked. You can't just go back on your word. The wedding is in 3 weeks. Everyone knows you're the photographer. You should have thought about that before you called me ugly and said my work was Instagram filter level. I was drunk. She was starting to panic now, realizing she might actually have to pay. I didn't mean it. Please, you can't do this to me. I'm not doing anything to you. You did this to yourself. That's when she finally started to apologize. Please, I'm begging you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I must admit, I'd never heard a less sincere apology before. If only she'd started off the call with that, I might have actually forgiven her. In the end, Yasmin ended up paying $500 for some young entrepreneur to shoot her wedding, and the photos came out half blurred.